Welcome to Barbecue Church. My name is Andre, if you don't know who I am. Lead pastor, a guy that likes barbecue and loves Jesus. So we out here in these streets doing church. I'm doing this from the studio today because I don't feel like taking anything outside to do the sermon this morning. So shout out to everybody watching, wherever you are, wherever you're at. Just go ahead and pop something in the comments. Just say something random. Make sure you share this with somebody, with your mom or your grandma. She may want to see this, or share it with anybody that loves barbecue because they might want to see this. Let's see, this week I did a brisket. Did a big old 15-pound brisket. Smoked it on my Masterbuilt 1050. I actually brined it before I smoked it. Brined it for 8 hours just because I have a guy, Mike Hoffman, that's out in the Poconos. He runs a food truck out there. Amazing dude, amazing chef. We've talked through this, and I've been doing his brining process, and it's insane. So I brined it, rinsed it off, patted dry, did all that stuff, seasoned it up with a certain mixture of spices and rubs that I like. Put that together, smoked it out for about 8-9 hours, and then wrapped it up, poured a bunch of rendered fat on it, and then put it in a pan and put it in the oven. Yes, I put it in the pan and put it in the oven. After it's been smoking for a certain amount of time, I'm good. It already smoked for 8-9 hours. It's not taking any more smoke. It can go in the oven. So that's what I did. The brisket was amazing. It was great. I'll probably throw some pictures in here. Jumping right in, I had this idea. I was talking with a friend of mine. Shout out to Brian. And we were coming up with sermon titles. And he came up with this sermon title. And I'm thinking this might be the series for right now. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's going to be the series. And the series is going to be FAFO. FAFO. The FAFO series. So, jumping out, we want to look at Hebrews 11:6. And it says, "And it is impossible to please God without faith. Anyone who wants to come to him must believe that God exists and that he rewards those who sincerely seek him." So it says, it's impossible to please God without faith. And that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on faith. Faith. And so when we talk about FAFO, we're talking about this concept of faith always finds out. When you have faith, you will see, you will understand, but you have to have faith. And when it says it's impossible to please God, you have to think through, is it possible to please God without faith? The answer is no, because it's impossible to please God without faith, because you have to have faith, and then you have to seek God, as it says in Hebrews 11:6. So if we jump into James 1:17, it says, "Whatever is good and perfect is a gift coming down to us from God our Father, who created all the lights in the heavens. He never changes or casts a shifting shadow." So we have to believe that God has good and perfect gifts for us. We have to believe that he wants great things for us, wherever we are in the world. And I want to kind of preface, and I want to kind of jump back, because I was talking with another friend, and I saw somebody post, I want to say it was my guy, JP, out of Grand Rapids. And he was saying something like, we put all this pressure on people and say, you're extraordinary and you're going to do great things and you're going to change the world. But in actuality, we can change our world. We can change the people around us. We can have a positive impact on the people around us, and we have to focus on that. It's not this grand big thing like you're going to be. When it says change the world, a lot of people want to look at you want to look at a stage. You want to look at something that you can do to be recognized, to be the best. And some of you need to change the world at your job. Some of you have to change the world at Target. Some of you have to change the world at Starbucks where you're working. This isn't some big grand thing where you are the main person. You're not the person preaching from the 50,000 stadiums and all that. No. Be who you are called to be where you are. Make a difference. make a difference. Whatever is good and perfect is a gift coming down to us from God. We have to believe this. We have to have faith that God has gifts for us and that he's going to give them to us. He's going to help us in our life. As we have a relationship with him, he is going to continue to change things for us. He's going to help us as we move forward. Okay? We have to seek God and we have to believe. Ephesians 2, it says, God saved you by his grace when you believed. So you believed, okay? God saved you by his grace when you believed, and you can't take credit for this. It is a gift from God. Salvation is not a reward for good things, for the good things we have done, so none of us can boast about it. So this isn't about good works. This isn't about doing good things so that you can say, oh, I'm good with God. That's not what this is about. Salvation comes from having faith and believing that God has a plan for you, believing that God wants the best for you, believing that God has good and perfect gifts for you, believing. We talk about it every week about how to start a relationship with God is believing. It's believing. It's believing in your heart and confessing with your mouth that Jesus was who he said he was that he was the Son of God that came down to die for us so that we could have a relationship with God, so that he could restore relationship with God through him, through a relationship. It's like getting into a club. It's like if you know somebody. I actually just received a text message from a bar owner out in Pittsburgh. It's like, and I know him. If there's a line outside the door and I wanted to go inside, I know I can get inside. Because I know the owner. Like, I'll get to the front of the line because I know the owner. You don't receive this salvation from good works. It's not what it is. It's through faith. Again, Hebrews 11. It's impossible to please God without faith. We have to believe and we have to seek him. So wherever you're at, whoever you are, wherever you're at in your relationship with God, today, believe. Believe and seek God. Believe and say a quick prayer. Believe and go, hey, God, I believe that you have good and perfect gifts for me and for my family. I'm choosing to believe. Run it. What's up? I'm seeking you in my life. I need you to get involved in my life. Start seeking. Start seeking today. Start believing today. Believe that God has good things for you. Listen, it's not about works, because a lot of us have messed up. And if it's a work-based system, you begin to think like, oh, snap, well, I killed like 4 people, and I done smacked like 14 people this week. And doesn't that disqualify me? No, that's not what this is about. If it was about works, if works made you better with God, then it would be about that. But that's not what makes you okay with God. It's the belief. It's the belief that makes you right with God. So believe and seek. That's where we're at this week. Believe and seek. And if you have faith, you're going to find out. Because faith always finds out. FAFO. Faith always finds out. If you don't have a relationship with the Lord, you don't have a relationship with God, and you want one, simple prayer. Simple prayer. It's, Jesus, I believe that you died. I believe you rose again so that I could have a relationship with you. So I'm asking for that relationship to start now. I believe you have good and perfect gifts for me and for my family, and I'm asking for you to get involved in my life. And then you can text Journey to the number that normally takes over the screen right around now. Fill out your information. You get a 30-day devotional that walks you through what it means to be a Christ follower, a person who is starting a relationship with God. Walk you through it right there. So do that. And look, let's believe and seek this week. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at, no matter where you are on your journey with God, let's believe and seek. Don't take anything to do that. So let's do that. Let's believe. Let's seek God. Let's ask God, hey, get involved in my life today. Hey, even if it's a quick prayer when you wake up, even if it's a quick prayer right now. Hey, God, I need you. Show up. What's good? And let's do that. That's what we got for sermon today. Hope that works for you. I was talking with my guy Phil. So my guy Phil and his wife Kate, they run the Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. I call it Fort Lauderdale because it's in Fort Lauderdale, but it's actually Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. So they run that. That is coming up in about a month. And there's a full week of things that are going on, full week of events that are going on at this Food and Wine Festival. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be there the entire week. But I know that the 14th is a grand tasting, which is all the VIP tickets are sold out. But like it's not completely sold out for the regular event for people who regularly attend. But on the 13th is a barbecue battle. And when I was talking to Phil, Phil said that we can give away, he's willing to give away 2 tickets. Him and Kate are like, look, we'll give away 2 tickets to somebody from Barbecue Church. If they want to come down and come to the barbecue festival, like for barbecue night, the 13th, barbecue battle, they got tickets. I don't know how we're going to give them away. But if you say, hey, Andre, I can come down. I can be there on the 13th of January. I'll come to Fort Lauderdale, and I would love to come to the barbecue battle. It's a poolside battle. You get to eat and taste food from, I think it's somewhere between 12 and 14 different barbecue people from the region, all the way up the East Coast. You get to come, you get to eat, you get to hang out with me and Phil and Kate and a bunch of other people that do life with us. So if that's you, if you're like, look, me and a friend will pop down to Fort Lauderdale, you let me know. I'm easy to get a hold of. You can go to barbecuechurch.com, find us. You can message me, let me know, say, hey, listen, if I get tickets, I'm in. I'm going to be there if you give me some tickets. Holler. And we'll talk it through and we'll make that happen. If multiple people say it, I'll do a random drawing on my iPhone and we'll make that happen so that you can come up and hang out with us. But special shout out to Phil and Kate from the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival because they're amazing. So, look, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're going to continue to do some stuff. Now that my travel schedule is kind of slowing down, we're going to start ramping up to do some more stuff. I got some crazy ideas from the lead pastor of Victory City Church out in Joliet, Illinois. A really good friend of mine, Rusty, hanging out with my guy, Jamie Paul, as well. They just gave me so many ideas of what we can do to kind of change the barbecue world and do stuff that no one else is doing because we're a church like no one else. And so we're going to do it. We're going to go after it. And it's going to be great. And we are glad that you're on this journey with us. So look, we love y'all. Y'all be safe. Praise God. Be on the lookout for what we got going. It's going to be a good time. Remember, Barbecue Church, you got a place at the table with us. You can eat with us. We out. Bang. Ba, 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 ba. Fly out. Yo, that's gangster right there, dog. Yay, yay.